So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ogla. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Kenyan, born and raised, and been residing in Austria for the last 12 years. And I'm a nurse by profession. Welcome to my channel. Those of you who are new, please, I kindly request you to subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Please support a girl child. I'll really appreciate. You can leave a comment, you can criticize. As long as it remains respectful, I listen. I'm ready to learn from your critics or your reviews. Please feel free to comment. Now, my video today is about how I came to Austria and what are the few challenges I went through. Yes, and things I would have wanted to have known before I came. And probably I'll also mention the possibilities that young people, I'm talking from my perspective, Kenya. Those of you who want to relocate, what are the possibilities you have to relocate to Austria? So I came in Austria in 2009. For the first time, I had finished high school 2 years before. So I came to visit a sister of mine who was already residing and working here. And during my stay, 3-month stay, I applied for the University of Vienna. And luckily, since I had a university entrance letter from Kenya, I was also allowed to join. Like I got a positive acceptance letter from the University of Vienna to study mass and communication. So I had to go back since I came on a tourist visa. My visa is only 3 months, so I had to go back home, and I came back the year after in 2010. So I've been in Austria since then. As a student, I came as a student for the second time now in 2010, if you understand. So what are other possibilities? I get a lot of questions. Why I'm doing this video is I get a lot of questions, a few in my messenger DMs, some of my former schoolmates or just people who are curious, young Kenyans we met through social media. And yeah, how did you make it to Europe? Help me, please. I also want to come to Europe. Is it possible? Of course, it is possible. Do you have a dream, a desire to build a future here? You are free to try your luck. Now, the possibilities that are there that you can come through, most common or easier way, I say, is through as an au pair nanny. They call them au pair here in Austria, but in English-speaking countries, I think they're called nannies. But unfortunately, as a nanny, there's a age limit, and most families take ladies. I don't know why, but of course there are a few families who look for male nannies, but most of the time it's ladies. And the age limit is currently in Austria, I think 26, 27. I don't know exactly, but around that age, it should be 27 years of age. If you are below 27 years of age and you want to come to Europe, easier way. In Austria, to be precise, you can come through as a nanny. And how do you go about it? There are websites. Thank God today there's a lot of possibility with social media. You can always Google has all answers. You can Google, and that's the first process. You can Google their websites. I will not give any here because I didn't come through there. I know people who have come through there. If you're really interested and you think you have the qualification, I can ask and maybe DM you. So as a nanny, the first step is you first have to look for a family here, an Austrian family, or even a Kenyan who is living here, residing here, and has children. And it's like it's a contract, a job contract of 1 year usually. So you apply to the family. The family has to write an invitation letter to invite you as their nanny. this has to go like run official, so there will be a contract you'll sign, and you have to process your paper. They'll help you through, probably financially. They will tell you, you'll go to the Kenyan embassy, the Austrian embassy in Kenya. You'll be told what your requirements are, and you can process your papers through the help of the family here, and you can join them as their nanny. And this is usually only 1 year. After 1 year, you can decide to go back if you feel like going back, but during that 1 year, you can also join a Dutch course, a language course, and do the language, which is really important actually. And actually that 1 year as a nanny usually is like an integration. A year you can make use of by learning the language. Yeah, most families actually want nannies from English-speaking countries so that their children can learn English from the nannies. And while you are here as a nanny, you can also use that and learn the German language, which is not easy, by the way, but it's possible. So that's that. So important, like I'll repeat again, is to find a family that will host you, a host family. They will help you through the process. They'll guide you. And if you people agree, of course, there's payment. And most of them, even they'll host you, like you'll stay under their roof. Some of them will provide everything, food, shelter, and you'll have probably weekends. It depends. You'll agree with the family. Some families will give you on your weekend, you'll be free. Some of them will probably need you more on the weekend than during the week. So that's up to you. But the first step is to find a good family, hopefully. And if everything goes well, they help you process everything through the Austrian embassy in Kenya, and you can join as a nanny. And it's only a 1 year contract. After that, you choose, you can decide to go back home or stay as a student. It's possible to change your visa as a nanny to student. It used to be easier, but of course things are getting difficult right now, complicated, especially because of refugees. Yeah, but you can always try your luck. There's a second possibility you can come to Austria is through marriage. Now, this topic, marriage, is a whole. I could make a whole video about it, but I'll just try and be brief. If you are married to an Austrian or a European person who has a holder of the European passport, you can come to join your partner here in Europe. Of course, there's also a process you go through. The embassy there, you have to provide your marriage certificate. So you either get married in Kenya or you come and visit this person and get married here. And then you have to go and, your certificate has to be recognized here. And then you start processing your documents with the help of your partner, and you can join them through marriage. Or if your mother or your father is a European citizen, then you can also, the so-called family reunion visa, you can come and join your father or mother through that family reunion. But that's usually when you are below 18, it's easier, I'm told. Above 18, you are an adult, then it's probably more difficult. So if you know anybody who has a father, mother who is in Europe and they're struggling, there's possibility you can go to the Austrian embassy and find out. The embassy usually is ready to help. Yeah. What are the other third possibility you can come to, can easily, and third possibility, a way you can use to come to Europe is through tourists, like how I came the first time, 2009. Now, tourist visa is usually, I got a 3 months. Some people say it's possible to extend beyond 3 months. On some of them, usually are also given shorter, depending on which country. Different European countries have different rules too, so you can try your luck. Sometimes it's just luck, really. But I came on a 3 months visa as a tourist, so it's possible to apply. But of course, before you qualify, there's a lot of things they ask for. You have to have a job back home that you'll go back to. You have to prove that you are not coming back to stay for good. Like it's not that easy, but Google has all the answers. You can go and Google, and if you have someone here, you can always ask. Yeah. it's easier if you have a friend or a relative here who is already residing here. They can invite you through an invitation letter. You can then come and visit with their help. But of course, there are things that you have to have a certain amount of money on your account and all that, blah, blah, blah. It's also a long process, but it is possible. The final, most common, and not common actually, the rare I meant, is through work, like expert work. People who are working for the UN, United Nations, or if you're an expert, let's say IT expert, or in a certain field as science, or, you can also come through that. But that means you have to already have found a job here in a company that is an international company that will invite you or will give you of course you have to do an interview probably online, and then if you are taken, the company has accepted you, you have to process your documents with the help of the company, of course, and then you can come. It is also a process, but it is possible. I've met people who have come through work, and yeah. The final step, which is a student, the one I can talk more about, is it's possible to come as a student, especially after your high school. It used to be easier, I must say, 10 years ago, but now things are really, the requirements are getting more and more, they're trying to make it difficult, of course. I remember when I came, all I needed was a letter admission letter from the local university in Kenya. I needed, of course, passport, your visa, your birth certificate, and your high school, primary school certificates, and you have to apply for a university here. When the university agrees to give you an admission, then through the university you can come. I was lucky. I had a sibling here. I still have part of my family is here. So it was easier for my elder sister to come through an invitation through her sister. She had to sign a contract that she will take care of me during my studies. So it was easier. There's something called Erklärung. I don't know how it's called in English, but the person who will be hosting you has to sign that they will support you financially, because you either work, and usually as a student you are limited, you only have limited working hours. You are allowed to have a mini job, so you'll be working while studying, which is really not easy, especially if you are learning the language. You have to study in German language. It's not easy. So that's also a possibility. Most common students who I meet a lot are master's students. It's easier to come as a master's student because most of them get sponsored. So if you have a sponsorship through your university, you get sponsored. So you'll probably be provided for a place to stay and some pocket money to survive. It's also a possibility, but this I know is mostly PhD or master's students. So, but on bachelor level, it's rare to get a sponsorship, a scholarship, from the university here, but this is also a possibility. So yeah, that's about that. I hope I have helped someone. If you have any questions, you can always write, but Google has the answers, like I said. But if you really want a specific detail that you can't find online, of course you can always reach me through DM, message me. If I get the opportunity, I can help you find the answers. Yeah, that's for that. I want to thank you, and once again remind you, please kindly support me, subscribe to my channel, please turn on your notification bell and like or leave a comment. I appreciate. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye.